Hey guys, Fish and Freshwater here. Today we're gonna do a part two of how to draw a fish, and this is gonna be focused on coloring. I specifically chose a bluegill because a lot of people say it's much harder to color fish with like colors duller colors like bluegills, and I mean it is a lot more harder, but I'm gonna show today how you guys can maybe add a little bit of color, a little bit of vibrance to a very dull fish in general. Uh, and so for today's video, again, I would like to find a reference online. I'm using I think just bluegill reference. I'm not gonna put the image up because I don't think it's Creative Commons copyright, but you guys could just go along with any bluegills. Typically, the two main things I see in a bluegill or in bluegills in general is you either have very dark bluegills or you have a little bit more vibrant bluegills. I'm gonna go towards a more vibrant vibe today. The darker ones is like it's darkish, grayish, maybe a little bit blue and purplish, and the lighter one's more like orangey on the belly. It's like the spawning male type. That's the vibe I'm going for today. So, with fish like these, they have spawning color, they have not spawning colors. Males have different color, females have different color. No, that's just what we're going for today. And no, we got a template. Now I don't think it's the same one as part one. I just quickly made one for the sake of it. And for coloring preliminary, we want to use a base color to color the top of fish to make it darker. That's pretty much applicable, in my opinion, to most fish. And always have a piece of scrap paper to test the colors because I I don't know all the like random colors they have on the color pencils, and I think each brand does them differently. So I never go by that. I just you know take a scrap paper, scratch it a little bit, and see what color we got, and then we'll work with that. And I mean, this is like just a grayish color. It's lighter than a pencil, so I like that. Pencils typically are a lot darker, and we'll use pencils later. But for now, we're just gonna use this. And again, another thing I want to note is for the bars, the vertical bars, or any patterns on fish, I like to put them in at first. When I'm drawing like the fish, the outline of fish, but I don't like to make them very deep. The only thing I like to make it deeper is, the outside features, like the outside shape of fish, maybe some like things like the gill plate. I like to make deeper, but when it comes to anatomy, that is the part of anatomy that's correct on fish, like the things that you have to use. I will make these deeper, like the eyes, as you see here. The eyes are I kind of messed up on that. I will have made it deeper, but you'll see me trying to fix it at the end. I shouldn't fix it right now, but yeah, that is what you want to do. You want to color. We typically want to color it. Somewhere around. Oh yeah, and you guys see, I forgot to do a face of tails too. You guys will see me forget to do it face of anal fin too. And again, in this coloring process, you can still make any adjustments you want to the body of a fish. So we're just gonna really quickly fix the tail of the fish right here, and now we're gonna go towards a base body color of fish. Um, so here we're trying to do some greens. But this is too dark. We're gonna try some lighter greens. But you know, I think at the end I still chose to do a yellowish brown because I just wanted to work from a bottom up. Or from a fins to a body because sometimes that's just how I like to do things. Sometimes I like to do fins first. Sometimes I like to do body first. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I don't really care about the order. I just care about final product. So, for this case, I decided to go with yellowish brown. I liked it. It's kind of like a copper. Not really. I shaded very very lightly, so you can't even see because bluegills don't have that much of like a this yellow brownish color. It's just a little bit. It's just a little hint, and then as you see later, I'll rub them all together with the more grayish, blackish, um, bluegill color you see. So we're just gonna lightly shade it, like very very lightly along the edge of fins. And I'm sorry. And yeah, we just want to lightly shade it. This is a tail fin. We're gonna do it with the fins on the top too. So so we're gonna now do it to the body, and I'm gonna speed all of this up because this is just coloring. I should sped up the last part too, but so again, the edge of the fins, for the pectoral fins, I'm putting the actually fins here and just shading the body. We're gonna fix it later. Again, lining it with more of the top half of the fish. You'll see these like with a more lighter shade because you'll see this hint of yellow. It's almost tannish color that we'll add in later. For now, we're just gonna add in this. And then now we're adding a little bit of blue. I'm gonna go towards I forgot what thing it's called, but like the gill plate, the little round thing on gill plate. I'm gonna make the edge a little bit blue because if you look at bluegills, sometimes they're just black, sometimes they're like very dark blue, sometimes they're like they got this blue on the edge, but I'm trying to go for blue on the edge kind of thing. I mean, like middle, I'm just trying to do it pitch black. So we got the edge. It's blue. For red ears or shell crackers, it would be red. But now we're just gonna shade it in. You know, we got that part done. So I kind of bounce around a lot when I'm doing these. I should probably have a very strong order so it's not confusing. But really, it's just for me. Um, really, what seemed most convenient at the time. And yeah, here again, as we are going to the later stages drawing, I'm gonna deepen the colors of vertical bars because that's a very, in my opinion, a part of a bluegill that is very distinct because bluegills don't have a lot of patterns like red ears have like a little bit of dots and worms things going on. Even green sunfish, they got their thing going on their mouths, and they got like a little bit orange stripe going down the body. And then you have, of course, pregnancy is very, very colorful, but with fish like bluegills, it's a lot more difficult because they don't really have that much of a pattern on their body. So you really gotta make vertical bars, like kind of highlight of this piece. And now, as you see, I'm just gonna not color in, but draw in the fins of a bottom of fish. Again, with the bottom, I like to make it lighter. And personally, I really like doing the split fins. I think I forgot what fins is called. It's a pelvic fins. Yeah, pelvic fins. I like to do a split fin on pelvic fin, as you see. You like kind of like see the other side of the fin a little bit, but you just make the fin on the first side a little bit darker, as you see I did here. Um, but it's alright if you only want to do one thing, you do one thing. Again, we're going back with a yellowish brown color to trace the top. You kind of see it all over this bluegill. And I will do on the anal fin on the bottom too. So again, I've cut out all the parts where I'm testing the colors just so it doesn't make it extremely boring. But no, we settled for this. It's a yellowish green color. It's like a very crisp green. Again, as you see, where I color here. Um, don't look at the actual colors of color pencils. Sometimes they're deceiving. But you see this like a yellow. It's almost like a lime green, but not quite. So we got that, and then we want to get a little bit of orange. Now, as you see, I'm trying to give a base colors in. We're gonna either deepen or lighten these colors later. We're gonna fix a pectoral fin now, and so we're gonna go back. We're gonna color the belly orange. Um, as you see with the bluegills, again, we're going for the spawning color. So they got an orange belly, very very strong orange belly. You see here, the color didn't scheme, didn't look like a bluegill yet, but we're gonna try to blend in all together later. Again, all of these shading is gonna be extremely light, even if parts like the belly, um, which is orange, like pretty strong orange, we're not gonna make it very strong right now. We're gonna fix it later. And now we're gonna do the tan. Um, you're gonna do like a tan color for majority of the body because again I want to make a lighter bluegill. Of course, with a darker bluegill, you can also make it look good. You would just have like a purplish color, purplish hue to it. And if you guys are interested in that, I can make another bluegill. But for now, for the lighter color ones, I'm just gonna use a tan for the majority of the body of its color. And you see the bottom for belly of fish with kind of a orange dust blending with tan. Now we're gonna go back with pencil to trace it. Pencils I like it's because it's like a dark gray color. It's between gray and black. It works very well for a very wide range of fishes. We're just gonna trace the top. We're gonna trace the fins again, because the spines of fish, and then we're just gonna trace the soft dorsal shells too. I'm gonna trace the outline a little bit. And we're gonna trace the bottom outline, the anal fin outlines too. So we're gonna do that, and you see a little bit fixing here and there. You don't want to make it too deep because it just makes it stand out. But now we have this, um, and then we're gonna keep coloring the top. Again, here we're just gonna try to not be testing colors, but we're gonna try to make I forgot what the thing on the gill plate even lighter. We want to make it even lighter, and then this looks more, so it looks more natural. Now we're gonna have a brownish color that's basically gonna line it across where I have yellow brown. So we have a dark gray as like the majority of body, so we want to kind of have a brown and yellow brown kind of as an intermediary. And again, when curry, you want to curry in the direction of this, as you see here. That the horizontal scratch is basically simply just for blending colors in. But for the actual thing, you want to curry it in the in the direction of the fins that goes. This would apply for the dorsal and anal fins. For body, I like to go up down, because of the vertical stride. It makes it look more natural. We're just gonna shade the top a little bit even more. We're gonna go all the way down to the lateral line, and this is the part where you're just gonna go over with a pencil. Again, you have color pencil that has a dark gray color. That's also fine, but for this part, I just like using pencil because it has, in my opinion, a very good color. And we're gonna line the dorsal fins with that yellow brown color again. Then we're gonna sketch. We're gonna deepen the specific fins with pencil. We're gonna also just color it in the direction of the fins. Always remember to color in the direction of fins. If you color horizontally and your fins are going vertically, that's just not gonna look good. And then you see here with the final product, you can see that like it's still majority grayish, but you can see the hint of yellow, which makes it a lot more vibrant, a lot more popping out. Now we're gonna work the bottom fins. Again, we're gonna try to make the edge a lot more clear. And now going back to the head, we're just gonna darken everything overall. We're gonna make the outlines that we had, the fish jaw and everything. We're gonna make them deeper, so we don't lose the color. Now we're gonna go in with so we don't lose like the shape. And then we're gonna go in with the greenish color, and then go through the back, and then we're gonna blend it in with a dark gray of pencil or dark gray of the entire fish. Make the top a lot more darker, because I made the top a lot more darker because that's how the bluegill I was trying to go for looks. And then I basically use the edge. I have my pencil, so it's not the sharp tip that's going for it, but the side of pencil. So basically I'm just scrape. You can think about it as scraping the side of pencil throughout. So it's not a very dark punctuated color, but it's rather gonna be a more gentle gray. And then now we're gonna have eyes. We're gonna go for a brown reddish color. Again, we're gonna line the top. This time I'm gonna use a lot more tip of pencil. If you want to make it more dark, you want to press it harder, use the tip more. And then if you want to make it like this is like a more a mottled grayish color. That's when you use a side of pencil, but you're gonna press down a lot harder. You'll see what I talk about when you try it on your own. But we have a very good shape going here. Again, I like to stay up the lateral line for now, but we'll when we work down to it, we'll also shading down. We'll start shading down bottom. As you see here, we're gonna start lining it across basically the entire body of the fish. You can see now the color looks more natural, a lot more natural. So we're gonna start deepening the bars. This is gonna be our final bars. You can see these. They actually stretch much more than this, but we're gonna, this looks more punctuated, very natural. So what we're gonna do, use our fingers, we're gonna rub it through. Basically we're rubbing it through the full drawing of the fish. One, to blend in more colors. It's gonna make your fingers dirty, but you can wash your hands afterward. It's gonna make it dirtier, but it's what's gonna do. It's gonna blend colors of the fish. Now you see the top half of the fish. It looks like a very natural bluegill color. Now we're gonna go for bottom, and we're just gonna continue the bars. We're gonna start doing pectoral fins down, start outlining it. We're gonna, layer green on the fin like we did with every other part of the body. We're gonna give a little more green hue on the head of the fish too. So the bluegills, you gotta have a little bit of a green now on there. Now we're just gonna shade it for all the bottom half of the fish. We're gonna try to achieve the same level as we have at the top. As you see here, like we're gonna rub it in too. But as you see here, what happens here is you see the orange part gets, basically covered over. And then what we're gonna do later is we're gonna go back to it, and then we're gonna fix that. And again, I've said that, I personally like to do it from top to bottom, but in this case, um, I don't know, I just did it horizontally. But if you're just gonna rub your hand over it, anyways, you can't really see that much of a difference. Actually, you could see a little bit. Yeah, I should probably do that, but uh, this worked also. So I guess don't beat yourself overhead if you do it horizontally instead of vertically. As long as it come out looking nice, I mean, you like how it looks, that's fine. I do think that this is not as natural, but I would have done another way if I could have. But yeah, as you see here, the double pelvic fin, as I'm saying, you draw first fin, and then you kind of layer a little bit out on the next fin, so you can see the other side. We're gonna color it even more. We're gonna outline the eyes much more clearly. And now you see, like, I'm happy with this looks, but I need to highlight the eyes a little bit. And I want to highlight also the belly of the fish a little bit. Yeah, and we're gonna fix a little bit the eyes a little bit because I didn't like the way the color looked. I think I colored it a little bit too dark. So we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix the eyes a little bit. And then what we're also gonna do is we're gonna fix the mouth a little bit because I don't like the way my mouth looks right now. And so we have the eyes, we're gonna shade it over back, looking nice. The eyes are looking nice. Just gonna make just shading a little bit of the lost color we did from erasing. Now we're gonna, the mouth looks kind of weird right now. So we're gonna erase it. We're gonna fix the mouth for a while because I really don't like the way the mouth looks right now. So what we're gonna do is basically we're just gonna redraw the mouth. It's not a big deal. I think what happened was I lost a lot of shaping there, the template shaping there when I was shading everything, and that happens from every once in a while. So again, you see me doing this throughout the coloring processes that I would go back and reline it every once in a while, and I guess I just didn't do it enough at mouth, and that got lost, and when that got lost, I have to redraw it at the end. It just becomes a pain in the butt later. So, just do it beforehand and after, I guess. So now we have this. We're gonna go back to the belly, gonna make it more orange. And then now that we have it more orange, we're gonna try to get it even more. And then we're trying to get, basically you want to make it part red, but you also want to, blend in with gray part later. So we have the mouth highlighted, we have the jaw highlighted, we want to have the gills highlighted also. And so, sorry, and so we have, we outline the gills because the gills is an important part of fish. You want it to be deeply colored. Now we have the jaw a little bit highlighted. Rub it a little bit too. You also want rubbing, either you want to basically blend two colors together, or you want to, just light a color in general. So we have a orange belly down here. So again, as you see here, we're gonna go back to the mouth, and we're gonna, redo the jaw a little bit. But as you see here, the overall of the fish, as I'm, fixing the part of the jaw, the overall fish, I like it a lot. In my opinion, we have achieved this grayish color of the fish, but we also have maintained. You can see the greenness of the yellow, brownish fins. You can see the orange on the belly. It's not out of proportion. It's pretty. I think it's pretty realistic, pretty accurate. We sign it, and I think that this has been pretty successful. And tell me if you guys want to see any more of these drawing videos. And that's it for today. Fish to Freshwater out.